Good morning students, welcome back to today's class. Today we are going to see the term accountancy, chapter number 1, accounting for share capital, video number 59. That is forfeiture of shares. Video number 59, forfeiture of share capital or shares. Here you can see what is forfeiture of shares. Means we have seen that when shares are purchasing, those issued or purchased people, means those who are invested in the shares, they need to pay that money on timely. Timely means when the management or the company is asked them to pay that installment. When the company asks to make the payment, the shareholders must make that payment if they are not paid. Sometimes you know that some shareholders they make default. We already made that as that calls in arrears. When that calls in arrears go ahead, that means if they are not paying money on allotment, first call, second call, and maybe all the amounts are paid, that the shareholders will be noticed by that company. Company will give notice to that the shareholders to make payment for that arrears with the interest. If again they fail to make payment or that arrears is still continuing, sometime the company is allowed to or able to take back that the shares forcefully. This process is known as that forfeiture of shares. Means when that shareholders default to make the payment over the call monies or any of the arrears they made, which they continue, they are not paying, in that time the company will take back that shares from that shareholders who made that default. Also, what the amount they paid will not be returned to that the shareholders who failed to pay that the installment amount. This process is known as that forfeiture of shares. And how to accommodate this? In this time, we will reverse that journal entries which we passed earlier. We can see that first we that forfeiture of journal entry comes like this. Share capital account. Share capital account is debit. Normally you know that share capital account is crediting. When amount is receiving, we know that we are crediting that share capital account. But when forfeiture is taking place, in that time we debit this which share capital account. Next is that means total quantum money. How much company asked to make payment, that much. For example, here a person who holding that 10 shares. Each share's value is at 10 rupees. Total is 100 rupees. He paid up to, company called this all amount 100 rupees. He paid up to only 70 rupees. 30 rupees pending. In that time, company forfeited that shares. So here amount comes as that 100 rupees. Okay, that means a company called up that 100 rupees itself. He was holding that 10 shares of 10 rupees, total is that 100 rupee. Company has to make that complete amount, and he paid here up to 70 rupee, 30 rupee is pending. So next is that to share forfeiture account. With this, in this account, we are crediting the amount. How much total amount he paid up to that time? That amount only company can forfeit. So company is forfeited that 70 rupees. Next is that unpaid amount. Unpaid amount on allotment means when then we write that to allotment account. How much amount not paid on that allotment will be unpaid amount. If there is, that amount will mention here. Anyhow, application money is paid. That is why we consider him as a shareholder. Okay. Allotment money. If default means how much allotment money is not paid, that will be mentioned clearly. And if allotment money is paid and if call money is not paid, that can come together also. For example, if 30 rupees pending, 15 rupees for allotment not paid, and to share first and final call account remaining 50 rupees unpaid. Now you see that total 100 rupees over here. So narration we give share forfeiture for arrears in allotment and share first and final call, or share forfeiture for not payment of that allotment and share first and final call. Like that can be mentioned. Clear now? You understand now? This is in case of par. If shares is already issued in premium and if premium amount is paid by the shareholder, in that time the same journal entry will pass. We no need of reversing that security premium account. You understand now? That means in case of shares issued at premium and the premium amount is also paid, and premium amount normally we are crediting security premium account, we credit with the share capital account. But when the share forfeiture of that day issued at a premium, in that time if share forfeiture if share security premium amount is paid in that time, no need of reversing that security premium account. This same entry will pass. But in case that security premium is not paid, what you have to do? You need to debit that security premium account. Security premium account also debited with how much is that security premium account? That amount, and here in which amount that is falling. For example, if the allotment means we need to show that with allotment. Clear now? Okay, thank you for watching this video. It's a numerical question we can solve in the next class.